Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Justin. We're back at the movies for another review. This time we're going to be doing one of my all-time favorite movies, and quite possibly one of the top 10 greatest action movies of all time, Tim Burton's 1989 Batman. Phenomenal cast. I want a spirited discussion. You will never, ever be able to convince me otherwise that Michael Keaton is not the greatest Batman of all time. I love Christian Bale. He is a phenomenal actor, one of my favorite actors, and he's a great Batman. However, to make a great Batman movie, you need somebody who is both a great Batman and a great Bruce Wayne. And I do not think Christian Bale was as nearly as good of a Bruce Wayne as Michael Keaton. Because what is Bruce Wayne? Bruce Wayne is a rich, good-looking, playboy philanthropist. And Michael Keaton is a good-looking guy. Even at 70 years old, he's still a good-looking guy. You know, and he just played that dark, tormented, my parents were killed aspect. But at the same time, I'm Bruce Wayne, I can have whatever the fuck I want. You know, you almost get that sense, you know. He's chasing after Vicky Vale, played by Kim Basinger, who at that time, you'd have a hard time naming many women considered to be more beautiful than she was. And she was a beautiful woman. And for Michael Keaton's Bruce Wayne, it's, all right, if I want her, I'm going to have her. You know, I don't even have to try. I'm Bruce Wayne. And that's what makes it so good. And that's what makes him the quintessential Batman. I don't hate Val Kilmer as Batman. I don't hate Christian Bale as Batman. I don't hate Ben Affleck as Batman. They all have their qualities. But nobody holds a candle to Michael Keaton. He is and will always be the greatest Batman of all time. And feel free to leave comments on why you think somebody else is. You know, I enjoy Adam West as Batman. You know, it's a different type of Batman, but it's still enjoyable. So you have Michael Keaton, you know, who nobody wanted to be Batman. When they found out a comedic actor was going to be Batman, there was a lot of people up in arms. I love the fact that he proved them all wrong. I love it. Kim Basinger, who was phenomenal as Vicky Vale. Jack Nicholson, who was phenomenal as the Joker. You know, to this day, you have some people who will always say that he was a better Joker than Heath Ledger. They're two totally different characters, but they were both phenomenal in, you know, the style of movies are different. But it was a special performance, one of his greatest performances of all time. And then Robert Wuhl, you know, he's more of the comedic. He has that comedic timing that really works well with the overall seriousness of the movie. You have Billy D. Williams, who regretfully never got to play Harvey Two-Face, but he plays Harvey Dent. It's just an amazing movie. It is one of the greatest action movies of all time. It's got humor to it. You know, that's the difference between, you know, Heath Ledger's Joker and Jack Nicholson's Joker is Jack's is, you know, he uses more comedic elements while still being a ruthless psychopathic murderer, whereas Ledger was cold and calculated, you know, so they're different. You can't really compare the two of them. They're both phenomenal performances, but they're just you can't really compare them. But I love the dark atmosphere, and that's what Tim Burton's really known for. Is you're never gonna see a bright, sunny, sunshining day in a Tim Burton movie. It's always dark and brooding, and that's what works for Batman. That's what made it so much different than a lot of people were worried because Tim Burton had done Pee-wee's Big Adventure and he had done Beetlejuice. They thought it was going to be, oh no, we're going back to the 1960s Batman comedy. That's not Tim Burton. Watching Pee-wee Herman, you can kind of, even just watching Pee-wee's Big Adventure, you can tell, yes, it was a comedy, but it was pretty dark at times. And, it's just a phenomenal, simple story. Batman is, young in his career. Obviously, he hasn't been around that long. And so nobody really knows, is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? You don't know him, so you can't trust him. You have to fear him. And it just works. And then you have Jack Nicholson. I mean, his transition to becoming the Joker is a little silly, but, again, that's where Tim Burton's humor comes in. It's dark humor, so it works. And it's just a really fun ride. I love Batman. It's, always, ever since I was a little kid, it's like, I used to be terrified of the Joker, but it'll always have a place in my heart. Michael Keaton, number one of my all-time favorite actors. In fact, on my list of top 5 favorite actors, he is number 2 behind Kurt Russell. That's how much I love Michae Keaton. I love Batman. One of the greatest action movies of all time. 9.1 is my score. 9.1. And some of my issues aren't even with the movie. It's with, it's further down the line. Like, I would have loved to have seen Billy D. Williams as Two-Face. I would have loved to see, just, a little bit more. And it's not even the problem with this movie, So, Batman, 1989, directed by Tim Burton. One of the greatest action movies of all time. 9.1 is my score. Again, feel free to leave comments who your favorite Batman is and why you think somebody might be better. I'm not gonna, that's your opinion. Try to convince me why Michae Keaton is the greatest Batman of all time, and I'll listen. That's my review. If you enjoy it, please hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys next time at the movies. Take care.